friends, welcome to Online Web Tutor. I am Sanjay. In this video we'll discuss a very interesting and a magical concept of JavaScript, and that is all about the use of querySelectorAll method. This method we can call using document object. So here inside this video we'll see the detailed concept of document.querySelectorAll method. We have a request, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can create such type of informative videos for you. Back to slide. So querySelectorAll method, which we can call using document object. By using this document.querySelectorAll method, we can select or list all the appearances of any element inside a web page. So while selection of all those elements, we can use either node element or any of the selector, means ID, class or attribute value. So it means that by using the concept of document.querySelectorAll method, we can select any element from a web page. So let's first discuss all about the concept of document object. So I will back to browser. So here I have opened a website called tutorials.com. So we'll understand all about the concept of this document.querySelectorAll method by using this web page. So as simple as that, let's open the source code of this page. So right click on view page source or press Ctrl U as the shortcut key. So here we can see that this is all about the HTML code of this web page. So inside this HTML code, we can see that here the first element we have called doc type. After that we have HTML tag, head tag, title, meta tags and link tags. And also we can see there are lots of elements available inside the source code. So this is known as DOM. It means document object model. Inside this DOM, inside this document object model, here we have several elements. We can access any of the element by using the concept of querySelectorAll method, which we can access using document object. And document object refers to the complete list or to complete of this DOM. So if I go in short, this is a web page and this is a source code. Source code is nothing, it's a DOM which creates a document object. And by the help of document object, we can call any of the property, any of the method. By the help of that, we can analyze complete about this source code. So here, let's open inspect element. Go to console tab, and inside this console tab, first I will type document, press enter. Inside this node, now we can see that here we have the complete HTML code, and this is the HTML code of this web page. So by using this document object, we can call this method called querySelectorAll, and by the help of this method, the name itself says that it is going to select anything from a web page. So here, let's say that first I will try this method called querySelectorAll to select h1 tag from this web page. So what I will do, let's say where h1 tags equals to, let's say document.querySelectorAll. We can see inside IntelliSense, and inside that we need to pass the element name called h1. If I press enter, so all the h1 tag now selected and stored inside this variable. If we want that how many h1 tags selected, so as simple as that, let's say h1 tags dot length. Now we can see that inside this web page we have a single h1 tag. Now if we want to see that h1 tag, so let's type h1 tags, or let's say console.log h1 tags, press enter. Now we can see that inside this node list, here we have single h1. Click on that node list. Here we have 0th index. It means we have single h1. Click on that. Now we can see that here we have multiple properties available and also all about the attribute values. But instead of going into the deep concept of this node list, let's use the concept of a loop, and by using that loop, we will iterate and read all the values of that single h1 tag. So here, let's say h1 tag, it's a variable where we have stored all the h1 tags dot for each. And here, it's h1, I will use the concept of arrow function curly pairs. we have done a mistake here. So before pressing enter, again need to type the same code, but go inside this curly pairs, press shift enter, simultaneously go inside this code block, and here let's say console.log. I want to print the h1 value. So in this code, let's explain a bit here. So in this code, actually we are getting all the h1 tags, iterating over all those h1 tags and getting each h1, and simple we are printing inside our console tab. So if we press enter, now we can see that from these h1 tags, as you know, we have single one right now. So here we have our h1 tag, and if we go inside that, so we can see this is the class attribute, and also inside this h1 tag here we have our inner text value and our span tag. So also we can actually go and take the value of those. So what I will do, I will copy the same code, go here, and instead of only h1, let's say get attribute. It's a JavaScript method. By the help of that, we can read or get any specific attribute value. So inside this parenthesis, pass double quotes and let's class. It means we want the class value of this h1 tag, and this is h1 which is iterating over h1 tags. So if I press enter, now we can see that this is all about the class value of this single h1. So for now only we have a single h1, so that's why we are getting only a single class value. Let's consider the anchor tag from this page. Let's remove all the code, and here let's say where anchor tags equals to document.querySelectorAll, and inside this method let's pass a tag. Press enter. All anchor tags now selected and stored inside this variable. First I will go and count, let's say anchor tags dot length. Now we can see that total anchor tags equals to 199. If I want to print all anchor tags, simple console.log anchor tags, press enter. Now we can see that inside this NodeList array we have 199. And here we can see that anchor tags, the class, anchor tags and their classes. Now let's loop through about each anchor tag. So what I will do, anchor tags dot, I will use the concept of for each. Go inside parenthesis of that for each method. I will write a here, which indicates single anchor tag from our anchor tags list array, and here I will use curly pairs, press shift enter, and go inside this loop code block, let's say console.log, and if I type a here, press enter. So now we can see that the complete code or the complete anchor tag. If I go at the top of this code, so here once you pressed enter, now we can see that this is all about our first anchor tag, second anchor tag, so on up to 199. So inside each anchor tag we can see here we have href attribute as well as title attribute, target attribute, and in some cases also you will find all about the class attribute. If we go inside each anchor tag, we can see here we have div in which we have some class, and also we have inner elements as well. So now we can see that by using this querySelectorAll method we have selected all anchor tags. Now let's do a task here that from each anchor tag we want, let's say, the href value as well as the class attribute value. So what I will do here, let's clear the console tab first. Anchor tags dot for each, single anchor tag, curly pairs, put a semicolon, go inside that code, and here let's say console.log a dot get attribute. By using this method we can read any specific attribute value. So here we want to read all about href as well as the class attribute. So I will concatenate that with this plus icon. So a dot get attribute, and here I will pass class as an attribute name. So if I press enter, now we can see that if I go at the top of this code, so successfully, as we can see, this is all about our href attribute of first anchor tag, and this is the class. This is the href attribute, it means hyperlink, and this is the class. So successfully, by the help of this code, now we can see that we have analyzed all anchor tags of this web page where we get all the links as well as the class attribute values. Now let's add one more filter here that we want all those anchor tags whose class equals to nav-link. So what I will do here, let's say where anchor tags class equals to document.querySelectorAll, and we want to select all anchor tags whose class equals to nav-link. If I press enter, let's see the count first. So class dot length. Now we can see that here we have total anchor tags whose class equals to nav-links equals to 47. If we want to see all those anchor tags, simple. If I see all in array list, so console.log, I need type called anchor tags class. Now we can see this is the complete list. But if we want to iterate over each anchor tag, we want to use the concept of for each loop method. So successfully, this is the concept. By the help of that, we can get all about the elements and the reports into our analyzing report. So now here we have a question. Question is that where we can use the concept of document.querySelectorAll. So we can use the concept of document.querySelectorAll method in those projects where we can do the page analysis. For example, in projects of crawler-based project where we analyze the web page to find the performance reports of elements inside that web page, broken links, and many more. So in those cases, if we take the magical concept of this JavaScript, then we can see that we can easily analyze about elements' appearances and their performances, and also we can make a report of that. So successfully, this is all about the completion of this video where we understood the great detailed concept of document.querySelectorAll method. So please like, do comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.